everybody. Today I'm going to be telling you why it's good to have your chickens have access to the compost. Okay, so the number one reason why it's good to have your chickens be able to go to the compost is because it's healthy for them. They have to eat worms and bugs and grass and stuff like that in order to have good eggs. And sometimes in like the winter and stuff, there's not really any like bugs or worms or stuff like that. But the compost is a great spot for them to like forage, because they foraging is, chickens have to forage. And the good thing about it is that in the compost, everything's healthy. There's no like weird chemical-y things. There's no I don't know. But I feel like the compost is such a good place for the chickens to be because they get to forage and they like it. It's really healthy for them because they get to eat the bugs, the worms, the grass. Well, technically the compost doesn't have grass, but they get to eat the bugs and worms and the eggshells, which is weird, but it's funny. Chickens like eggshells. I don't know why, but it's really odd. But chickens like eggshells. So they get to eat all that stuff that they like, and that's really good for them because they should be able to, forage and stuff like that. And then, okay, so the number two reason that the chickens should be able to go to the compost is because it actually, when the chickens go to the bathroom, it actually fertilizes the compost and increases the level of nitrogen for the plants. And when they go to the bathroom, it's weird, but you know how chicken poop is like a natural fertilizer? Well, when the chickens go to the bathroom, then they are actually increasing the level of nitrogen in the compost. So that's better for the plants, which in return is better for you when you're eating the plants. And you and like, especially if you guys aren't really if you guys are planting stuff, but it's not I don't really know how to explain it. Like, for instance, corn, for instance. Like, that needs to be able to have, extra nitrogen. If you guys are planting stuff that has extra nitrogen, then you should and then it would be extra good. Instead of, because, beans have nitrogen. So you would have to plant the beans and corn next to each other. But if you can't do that, then just have your chickens in the compost, and it'll put the nitrogen in, and the chicken poo will put the nitrogen in the compost for you, so you really don't have to do anything. And then this third reason, this is such a good reason. Oh my gosh, guys, this is totally the best. You don't even have to do any work if you have chickens. The third reason that it's good to have your chickens in the compost is because so you know how you have to turn the compost and mash it up and put dirt on top of it and do all this hard work to make it right? Actually, if you just let your chickens go in there, they will turn the compost for you. They scratch it up. They scratch it up, and when they're scratching it, all the dirt and stuff that's in the compost, it turns and mashes and breaks down all the stuff. And some of the stuff that they're eating is going to help it break down even more. Like eggshells, for instance. If they eat the eggshells, not all of them, but if okay, for instance, let's say that you let your chickens into the compost and some of them ate some of the eggshells. The eggshells, sometimes that's not very good because you want the eggshells, but the chickens, they will actually turn, sometimes they won't eat the eggshells, but they'll turn the compost and it'll be so stuff that's hard to break down, vegetable rinds, watermelon rinds. Eggshells are pretty easy to break down. But, they will break down the stuff for you that's hard to break down, or that, it's, kind of gross to break down. They turn the compost for you. It's really amazing. Chickens are really amazing animals. And so they'll turn so these are the three reasons. First, it's healthy for them. Second of all, it increases the level of nitrogen. Third of all, they turn the compost for you when they're scratching. Okay, everybody, I hope you liked my video, and I hope you learned something from it, and can let your chickens into the compost. And one more thing. When your chickens are in the compost, make sure that there's no onions. You absolutely cannot let your chickens eat onions. That's no, they will die. Because our chicken, Curly, she broke into the onions. Well, this was a long time ago. She broke into the onions, and she ate some, and she was not good. She was sick. She was so sick. We thought she was going to die or something. She was sneezing. She was, not even going to the bathroom. It was, it wasn't even chicken poo at all. It was, and it wasn't just her, it was just really bad. It wasn't like, she wouldn't just, like, go to the bathroom regularly and then have a little bit of the, like, weird stuff. No, that's what she would go. Like, that was her chicken poop. And I'm like, oh, no. But at least we know not to give them onions. So one thing you can't have is onions. And then I'm pretty sure that they're not supposed to eat, like, okay, if you put something, like, on there that they're not supposed to have, like, a spice, maybe, like, just, you guys can look it up and see which spices chickens can eat and can't eat, because I don't know what they can eat and can't eat. But mostly, when you let them go to the compost, everything will turn out good, and yes, and the compost will be really easy to put into the garden. And so I hope you guys learned something from this and enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe and share with friends. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.